Hey, hi, hello. My name is dis.cat. This is Project Hardcover, where we're letting books be the escape. Hello, lovelies, and today, as you can see, I am at my sister's house. Yes, I've been at my sister's house quite a bit recently, and I have quite a bit of dead time while my nephew is napping, so I decided I'm just going to shoot all of the videos, like literally all of the videos that I can get done, because Booktubeathon is coming and August is a really busy month for me, so I'm just going to try and get as many videos as possible done. And this is the first of many, and it is my July book haul. So this month I acquired half of my books from Goodwill and half of my books from book outlets, and I am very, very happy with my acquirances. That probably isn't a word, but I'm gonna go with it anyway because I like the way that it sounds. So let's just hurry up and get right into it. As aforementioned, these first couple of books are from Goodwill, which is a godsend. Seriously, if you don't have an awful lot of money, go to Goodwill. Hardbacks are like $2, paperbacks are like $1, and you would be surprised how fabulous these books are. Just their condition is amazing. Like half of these books you can't even tell they were used. So seriously, if you're short on cash but want all of the books, go to Goodwill. They're like your best friend. The first book that I picked up at my local Goodwill was this hardback edition of The Floored by Cornelia Funk. So, if you've been subscribed to my channel for any length of time, you guys know that this is one of my absolute favorite books from my childhood. It was my favorite book of all time for a very, very long time. So, when I saw this beautiful, near perfect hardback edition at Goodwill, I decided it was the perfect time to pick up this lovely edition so that I could annotate my paperback edition, because we all know I'm really in the mood to be doing that as of late. So that's why I picked this one up. For those of you who don't know, this book takes place in Venice, Italy, and it follows the lives of two orphan boys who run away from some really horrible relatives and meet up with the Thief Lord, who is attempting to find a magical object that can keep him young forever. The next book that I picked up at my local Goodwill was Specials by Scott Westerfeld, which is the third and final book in the Uglies trilogy, not counting the companion novel extras. So I have now officially picked up every single book in this trilogy at a Goodwill. I don't know why, but Goodwill is just really, really great at having like the original editions of these books, the really short, awkward shaped ones, which are the ones that I, own. So I kind of want them all to match, and Goodwill always has them. So of course, when I saw this on the shelf, I had to pick it up because it matches the other ones, even though this one is hardback and my other ones are paperback. Doesn't matter. I wasn't gonna pass up the chance of getting this one in the matching edition. I wasn't gonna let it go. The next book that I picked up at my local Goodwill was The Disruptive History of Frankie Landau Banks by E. Lockhart. So this is a book that I didn't have an awful lot of interest reading until two things happened. One, you can probably guess from the cover, is yes, it won the Prince Honor Award. And the second thing is that it came very, very highly recommended by John Green, who is one of my absolute favorite authors of all time. So of course, if he says that a YA book is really, really good and he really, really liked it, I'm gonna try and read it. I don't know an awful lot what this book is about, but I know that it's a boarding school book, and I actually enjoy boarding school books as long as they're written well, and according to John Green, it's written well, so I'm hoping that I really, really like this one. And the last book that I picked up at the Goodwill was Gone by Michael Grant, which is the first book in, I believe, the Gone series. I believe that's what this series is called. So again, this is another book series that I didn't have an awful lot of interest in reading. Not because I heard bad things about it or anything. I actually haven't heard an awful lot about this series, but I was at the Goodwill and it was just staring me down. You know how sometimes you go to a bookstore and a book just stares you down? This one was doing that, and also I can't think of which booktuber it is. I'll look it up and I'll leave it like right here, but a really big booktuber, this is like one of his favorite series of all time, And I know that a friend of mine here on BookTube, Martha, has read at least some of these books, and she seemed to enjoy them an awful lot. So I thought, why not? It's $1, and 2 people on BookTube seem to enjoy this series, so why not give it a shot? I mean, really, what am I losing here? Again, this is a series that I don't know an awful lot about. I do know that it's kind of like a dystopian story with teenagers who somehow acquire powers. That's really all I know, so I'll kind of be going into this blind, but I'm a little excited for it. I haven't read like a really, really awesome dystopian in a long time, so I'm hoping that maybe this will fill that void. And now it's time to move on to the books that I acquired from the book outlet. So the first book that I got from the book outlet, I am so excited about, and it is Golden Boy by Abigail Tartlin. I think it's Tartlin. So this is a book that has kind of been buzzing around BookTube a little bit as of late. It is about this really prim and straight-laced white family who is about to enter the world of politics, but they have a little dirty secret. You see, their son, the Golden Boy, is actually intersex. And because they are about to stray into the world of politics, they kind of want their son to keep this little fact about himself hidden. And this book is really about him trying to figure out, why that is, why his family is trying to force him to keep this a secret when it's just simply a part of who he is. I know that my friend Ivan is currently reading this book, and I also know that Raylene from Padfoot and Prong 07 read this book, and she really enjoyed it, so I am super excited to get to this book very soon. The next book that I got from the book outlet is another one that I am super excited about, and it is Secret by Lindsay Smith. So this is a book that I heard about through a Goodreads advanced reader giveaway like forever ago, and it just sounded so super interesting and just so awesome, and I really wanted one, but I didn't get one. And then Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey started reading the series, and she really liked it, and it's just, I've been wanting to get my hands on it for the longest time. So, of course, when I saw it on Book Outlet for like $2, I had to have it, and now I do, and I'm so happy. So this book is kind of like a dystopian historical fiction kind of thing. It kind of takes place in an alternate universe Cold War era, where teenagers have these special powers, and these teenagers are then recruited to work for the government as spies. Just the premise sounds really cool and really intriguing and really awesome, and I am super excited to get to this very soon as well. The next book that I got from the book outlet was a Scratch and Dent, and it is a little messed up, but it's still, in very good condition, especially for what I paid for it, and it is Unspoken by Sarah Reese Brennan. So this is actually a book that I had absolutely no knowledge of until Reagan from Peruse Project talked about it, and she just made it sound so awesome and so intriguing that when I saw it on Book Outlet Scratch and Dent for like 99 cents, I was like, I really need to pick that up. I really want to give that a shot. This book is about a girl named Cammie who her entire life has had an imaginary friend that she constantly talks to. But things all start going awry when her imaginary friend actually starts becoming real. Like she sees him out and about in everyday life. I know that it's a paranormal story, and it feels like it's been forever since I've read like a really good paranormal story, so I'm hoping that this will fill my paranormally feely void that I have in my life right now. The next book that I picked up from the book outlet was Boy Proof by Cecil Castellucci. So this is another book that I picked up just purely based on John Green's reading recommendation. Yes, John Green talked about this book in his 18 favorite not bestseller book list that he did on his channel. I can't quite remember what the name of the video is, but I will link it down below. And he talked about how just haunting and amazing this book was. So when I saw it on Book Outlet for like $2, I knew I had to pick it up. I really have like absolutely no idea what this book is about. I am reading this purely based on the fact that John Green liked it, so I'm going into this completely blind, and I'm hoping and praying that John Green will not lead me astray. And then the last book that I picked up from the Book Outlet, and the last book of this haul, is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. Guys, I have been meaning to get my hands on this book for the longest time. This is another one of those books that even before it got published, I heard about it on Goodreads through an advanced reader giveaway, and it just sounded so intriguing and so interesting. I wanted one so bad, but I didn't manage to get my hands on one, and then everybody else got their hands on one, and everyone just loved this story. I needed one, and now I finally have one. So this book, it seems, is one of those books that is really difficult to categorize. It's kind of like paranormal, kind of fantasy, kind of sci-fi, and it deals with like crime and superpowers, and I think there's a little bit of a mystery thriller going on in this as well, and just everyone seems to love this book. So I am just so super excited to get to it. I'm in love with like all of these books that I got, like just so super in love. And that is it. Those are all of the books that I have acquired in the month of July. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have read any of these books, what you think of them, what you think I will think of them. And also let me know what books you are really excited that you got your hands on this month. As always, thanks you guys for watching. I will see you next time, and remember, books are the escape.